All right, I'm going to go over this again. I've changed tactics here. Once the metals have rallied um, far enough out of the intermediate cycle low, I'm going to close off subscriptions to the SMT. I'm going to prevent people from joining the SMT at these tops when the rally has gone is mature, when the typical investor is now confident and generally overconfident. They've got the fear of missing out. This is when most people want to buy. This is when I get a lot of people want to subscribe to the SMT when we're mature in the rally, and then they get caught in these declines, these corrections. So I'm at this point, I'm going to force people to. The only time I'm going to allow people to subscribe to the SMT, and I will open this up to anybody that wants to subscribe, but you're gonna have to do it in the declining phase of the intermediate cycle, and that's what we're in right here. We're in the declining phase. So this is your opportunity right now. If you want to get subscribed, you're going to have to do it as this correction unfolds, and then I will attempt to call the bottom in real time. I think I can virtually guarantee I will get you in I may not get the exact bottom, but I will get you in a position to where you're going to earn a lot of money on the next intermediate rally. Now, I will put the link to the premium newsletter, and the subscription link is on the side there. So a couple of things here. We've got, it's kind of hard to see on this chart, but we've got our first little breach of the intermediate trend line. The banking cartel may try to close gold below that by the end of the day here. They're going to want to paint this weekly chart as bearish as possible and then try and get some follow through to the downside next week. So I've gone over this many times in past videos that just a break of this trend line doesn't mean that that's the bottom. Very often, this is where when the trend line breaks, this is where the selling starts to accelerate a little bit, because the technical traders get knocked out of their trade here when this trend line breaks. So this does not by any means mean that this is the bottom, and I don't think it's going to be. I think our bottom is going to come probably somewhere in the 1900 to 1850 range, and I've gone over this in detail, the reasons why I think this in this premium newsletter. So here's something that everyone should try to take to heart and remember when we get in these intermediate declines. Obviously, an intermediate decline is a buying opportunity. This down here, was a very scary. Let me widen the chart a bit here, but this was a very scary decline, but it was the fuel for this huge move. I think the miners rallied from the bottom to the top. This is a gold chart, but the mining chart, miners rallied about 70% in less than 7 months. That is a huge move. So keep this in mind. The more severe and it works both ways. The more severe the ICL is, the more fuel it builds for the next rally. So the deeper this gets pulled down, the higher the next intermediate rally is going to go. And I'm going to make a bet and a prediction that the next intermediate rally is we're going to get that breakout above 2100 in gold. So this is going to be your opportunity to get on board for that breakout. And then by the same token, the more powerful the rally, that's just the fuel for a more extreme correction when the correction gets started. And as I said, we are clearly in the declining phase of this intermediate cycle. And so what happens is the more powerful the intermediate rally is, the more traders assume that any correction will be mild, and that is exactly the wrong mentality. The more powerful the rally is, that is the fuel for a more severe ICL. And the more severe the intermediate decline is, that's the fuel for a more powerful rally. So I think metals are going to set up for, I wouldn't say once in a lifetime rally, but this intermediate cycle is going to set the metals up for one hell of a rally. This is going to be your chance to get in next to the bottom. And there are multiple things that I look for when I try and call a bottom, not just the intermediate, or not just the cycle counts, but there's sentiment, and there's some technical indicators and some volume indicators, and I go over all that in the premium newsletter. So we've got our first breach of the intermediate trend line. If the banking cartel can close this today before the market closes, below that we can very well get a little bit more aggressive selling. And I posted for premium subscribers where I thought that we might actually get that 3 to 5 day bounce. I've noted before that these intermediate declines almost always unfold as at least an ABC decline, and we're in the A wave down. At some point here we're going to have a little B wave bounce, and then we'll have that C wave down, and sometimes it even unfolds as 5 waves. But like I said, I've gone over all that in the SMT premium reports over the last couple days. You can read those if you join the premium website. So once again, if you want to join, I'm not going to allow you to do it here at these tops. When the rallies are mature, I will close the subscriptions. I am only going to open the SMT to subscriptions as we are in an intermediate decline. I'm going to try and force people to buy low and sell high instead of what most people do. They buy high when their emotions give them the all clear, and then they end up getting caught, and then they sell low. So I'm going to try and stop that behavior. I'm going to try and help you break that bad habit. And we are in that intermediate decline right now. So now is your chance to get on board the SMT if you want. And then I will try and call the intermediate bottom here when I think it is formed sometime in the weeks ahead.